Hey guys, it's Jess, and today is a huge day for my mom and I and our newest eBay vintage store, High Class Vintage. We have now been online selling for exactly 2 months now. And not only that, but we have made all of our money back. So everything that we've been selling lately has been pure profit, which is so awesome. So for those of you that haven't been following, which probably could be most of you, me and my mom, we came across a storage unit and we bought it for a very low price. And it is located in Central Illinois. I'm in St. Louis, so it's a little bit of a drive for me. But my mom's been taking care of it. She lives right down the street, so it's easy for her. But this storage unit was full of at least 6,000 like fashion pieces of clothing, shoes, scarves, handkerchiefs, all sorts of things. And most of it, yes, is vintage. And there is a lot of QVC items that were never opened, still brand new in their packages, which is pretty awesome as well. But my mom and I have been going through it and separating things out based on how we're going to price them, and we've been doing great. So if you want to go watch some of our what sold videos, I'll link some up above in the cards and you can go watch some of those. But if you want to see what have sold in the last 2 weeks for pure profit, all free basically for me and my mom, then stay tuned. Okay, so let's just get right into it because I have quite a few items to share. I'm not sharing everything, I'm just picking out a few that were unique or sold in a certain amount of time, because I am including how many days it has been listed in the figures that I give you. So I think that'll help as well. So the first thing that sold is a Ralph Lauren blazer, just the suit jacket. And it was 100% wool, which I think helped sell it. But it ended up selling for $37.77, and the lady had bought it maybe a couple weeks ago. Yeah, this was the first thing after September. So she bought it a couple weeks ago, and she just messaged us today and said if we had any more, she would be interested, and which we do. We have them listed. And that she wants them in a cardboard box so she can recycle it. I'm not sure what's up with that, but I mean, we probably put it in a poly mailer, so if she wants more, great. And I told her, you know, if you do go ahead and buy more, just put that in the seller's note. This one ended up selling in 18 days. So as I had mentioned before, we had a lot of QVC stuff. Along with the QVC stuff, we had just a bunch of stuff that was brand new in the package. She had never opened it, and one of the things is LL Bean, and LL Bean does do super well, especially new with tags, and I've noticed it sells pretty quickly. So I've been trying to list as much LL Bean stuff as possible. But this one that sold was an LL Bean jacket. It was waterproof and it was navy. It retailed for $219, which is a lot. So I put it up. I think we're being super reasonable with our prices. So it ended up selling for $69.99, and it sold overnight. So the next thing that sold that I want to mention is a Ralph Lauren Interaction lightweight black jacket, and this was kind of unique. It had a good feeling to it, and I was just like, this is gonna sell. This is definitely gonna sell. Brand new with tags. It retailed for $118, and I ended up selling it for $47.77, and it sold in less than a month, 24 days. So the next thing that I want to mention is it's called Givenchy. I don't know why I did that. Givenchy. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I have never heard of this brand, but apparently it's like a high-end brand, because after I put it online, I did find it at like TJ Maxx, like their runway store, and it was in like the runway section where I found a backpack that was Givenchy, and it was marked $1,200. Actually $12.99. But that seems super expensive, especially for TJ Maxx. So I knew it was a good brand. When I found this, I was just going to throw it in a garage sale pile, and I'm so glad I didn't, because I did see the little logo on it, and I was like, you know what, I should probably look this up. And it's a good thing I did, because I did see sold comps were pretty high. There were some lower ones, but I knew if I held out, I could get my asking price. So I ended up selling this for $37.77, and it sold in 37 days. Now the next piece is a pretty unique piece, and I do love the old vintage MooMoos. So this is a MooMoo that was Sears at home, so it wasn't like a name brand. I think it was just their Sears brand, and it was a very interesting print. I did get a couple questions on it, and I actually didn't even answer one of them, because I was just like, I'm over it. It's I don't want to answer any questions. Like, I gave you the measurements, but anyways, this was a very unique one. It ended up selling for full price, $37.77, and it did take 49 days to sell, but it still sold. So the next thing I want to share are a pair of Fawn's Thinsulate soft leather gloves. These were in navy. They were brand new with tags. They were marked $44. So we figured that the leather gloves were probably pretty good. I kind of just threw a bunch of gloves in a mystery box. I've sold 2 of them, so maybe somebody's making a lot of money off of my mystery boxes that have gloves in it. But either way, my mom kept a couple for herself, and she ended up selling these. She did these herself, and they sold for $17.77, which is a decent price, and it only took 8 days to sell. And another a Ralph Lauren piece, because you know I love my Ralph Lauren. This one actually did not have the tags, but it was a very unique piece. It was a jacket that was quilted, and then it had like horse print lining, so that I knew it was something special. I had it listed for $117.77. I did get someone from Norway asking why the price was so high, or the shipping price was so high for her, and I mean, I can't explain customs and shipping international. So I told her, you know, I would lower the price of the shipping cost, because I think I did have it marked at 4 pounds, and then I just marked it at 3 pounds and said it probably would save her a little bit of money. But she should have seen the best offer. She could have offered me free shipping for her, and like, I would have taken it. But somebody else swooped in. They offered me $68. I was hesitant to take it, but then I was like, you know what? Everything's pure profit from here on out. People are buying jackets right now, and they aren't going to be buying jackets much longer. So I'm going to get rid of this jacket for $68. So that's what I did. Sold it for $68, and it did take 40 days to sell. And the last thing that I want to share is something we sold on our newest Poshmark closet. I decided to separate out my closet from my mom and my store, so that we can keep money separate. So I made a new closet, high class vintage, but without the E, because apparently the name was too long. So if you want to look us up, that is the name, high class vintage without the E. I'll link that down below. But I had cross-listed everything using the List Perfectly application. It took me 6 hours to list 160. I'm not sure. I will correct myself right here. But that's how many items I ended up cross-listing, and it only took me 6 hours, which, I mean, sounds like a lot of time, but it was just 3 hours on Saturday, 3 hours on Sunday, and done. It was like nap time. So my first sale for this store was for an awesome coat that was like handmade. It was like all embroidery, I guess, is that what you say? Stitching. It's stitching. And it was floral. It was just too cool not to try to sell. So my jackets I've been selling like for super low prices. And this lady who ended up buying it, she actually sent me an offer for like $50. And I didn't see it because I don't have that store or my Poshmark closet up on my app. I have it in my Safari Explorer on my phone. So I didn't get the offer right away. And then I guess an hour later, she ended up just buying it full price because I guess she didn't want to wait. Either way, I'm glad it sold, and it sold for full price of $79 in 2 hours after listing it. So hopefully you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you give me a thumbs down, that helps me too. I don't care. And please subscribe to my channel if you like content like this. I will be doing a bulk unboxing soon, probably with my daughter, since that seemed to be pretty popular. I did do another video with her, and I'll link that up above. Thank you for tuning in, and I shall talk to you guys later. Bye!